Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into a lighting kit that could seriously upgrade your video or photography setup. We're going to be unboxing and reviewing the Neewer 13-inch LED panel lighting kit. This kit comes with two 13-inch LED panels, both with fully adjustable brightness and temperature, as well as two light stands for you to put them on. Now, whether you're a content creator, streamer, or just somebody who needs better lighting for your setup, this could be a game changer. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright, so starting off here with the unboxing, gonna go ahead and just open up the box here, see what we're working with. Alright, let's get that out of there, see what this looks like. Alright, so right off the bat, I really appreciate the carrying case here because my other light is just kind of a hassle to travel with. Really got to get creative how I carry it. It's kind of awkward. This right here, this whole carrying case, right off the bat, very happy with that. So it's going to make it a lot easier, especially if you're going to a job site or something like that. You're going to a shoot, not in your own home. Super nice to have a travel case. First thing coming out here is the LED panel lights themselves. Those look pretty nice. Here is one of the light stands as well. You can see it's not that big, so I don't know, we'll see how tall these get, but looking good. Glad to see everything is in here. I actually wasn't sure at first if there would be stands or if I'd have to get those on my own, so seeing the stands, super nice. And now if you read the description on Amazon, I'm sure it would say that those came with it, but I guess I didn't read that much before I bought this. Anyway, here are the mounts now to mount the lights onto these stands. I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these mounted real quick just to see how it looks, and then we'll kind of get both of these set up and see how they're looking with both of them set up, turned on, turned off, all that, just kind of get an idea of how this whole setup looks. So there's that all put together, and let's go ahead and transition over now to how these look set up. Alright, so here's one of the lights here. Only one of the extensions of the three as far as height goes, so they go a lot taller, but just kind of showing you how they look set up here a little bit. Don't mind the mess under my desk there. But yeah, overall these are looking pretty nice. Now let's see how these look actually set up in a studio environment.
Alright, so now that these lights are unboxed, let's go ahead and put them to the test. So for full transparency, currently what I'm using is a Godox P260C LED panel light. Pretty sure I got that right. I'll go ahead and add that link in the description below. Now this one is not chargeable, and it's I think a little bit more powerful, higher wattage, but I'm only using this light along with the ambient light from the room. So just the normal light bulbs that I have in my ceiling fan up here. And I have adjusted the temperature on my Godox light to somewhat match, not quite perfect, but to somewhat match the color temperature of the ambient lighting in the room. Now, again, it's not perfect. So I'm sure that these lights I'm about to set up from Neewer are gonna do a much better job of getting the lighting just right, having the balance be better, and I'll probably be able to do a better job of getting the both sides of my face kind of lit up a little bit better. Now I do need a little bit more practice since I just got these lights. I'll probably get better over time, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the setup I currently have with the one LED panel light and the ambient lighting, and I'm gonna go ahead and set up just these two Neewer lights from this lighting kit and see how these do compared to what I've currently got as far as lighting. All right, and here we are now being lit by the Neewer 13-inch LED panel kit. This is what the setup looks like in full action. On this side here, I've got what I'm using as the key light, even though they're both equally powerful. This one is set to 90% brightness, and this one on this side is set to, I think, 30% brightness. It might even be 20% brightness, just to get a little bit more shadow, a little bit more depth into the image. Both of these lights are set to 5500 Kelvin as far as temperature goes. Camera is set to the same as far as white balance goes. I do love having, by the way, the ability to set the temperature exactly to what I want it so I can match it perfectly in the camera. Saves me a lot of time white balancing. Definitely a great feature to have, and having two lights like this where you can set them both to match exactly and then set the brightness so that you can get the exact shadows that you want. If I want, I can change the brightness here, get more shadows, or I could increase it, get rid of some of these shadows. Maybe you think there's too many shadows. Whatever it is, having that versatility is really nice. Also, one thing that impressed me about the light stands themselves is they are actually a lot taller than I thought. So they definitely do have a bit of a narrow base, not the most wide circumference on the base, but the lights panels themselves are 13-inch, nice and small. So really it doesn't, they seem nice and sturdy. Doesn't seem like they're gonna fall over or anything. But they do extend a lot taller than I thought. They have 3 different extension lengths. You know, you could extend 3 different sections of the light stand. And in this room that I'm in, which is about 11 feet tall, it almost makes it to the roof, if not all the way there. So as far as height goes, these do actually cover a lot more height than I expected them to. I kind of thought that this would be, you know, about the highest they go, but they do go significantly farther than I thought, so that's nice. Oh, hold on. As I was editing the video, I realized I actually forgot to mention one of the best features of these lights. They're fully chargeable, so they don't have to be plugged in while you're using them. You could actually bring these on the site, set them up, get that good lighting wherever you need, and they do not have to be plugged in while they're running. You can go ahead and charge them up beforehand, and that is a huge benefit. Anyone who's been on a site where you don't have an outlet nearby knows how helpful that could be. But yeah, just wanted to make sure I mentioned that feature. Let's go ahead and get back to the video. And yeah, what do you think of how this looks? Also, because I do have both lights now, it's a little bit brighter than it was when I only had the one light with the ambient light, which I've turned off entirely. There's no ambient light now. This is just the LED lighting kit lighting me at this point. But yeah, because I was able to do both lights, it is a little bit brighter, and I was able to turn down the ISO on the camera, which helps reduce noise a little bit as well. So having 2 lights definitely helps with that. I might even do a shot just for comparison of what it looks like without any professional lights at all, just with the ambient light from the room, so you can see, you know, how much of a difference it really is going from nothing to this lighting setup.
Actually, let's go ahead and do that.
This is with no lighting at all, just the ambient light in the room, just a ceiling fan light, and nothing else. This is what you get. Here's how it looks. What do you think? Is the cinema ours? Is this it?
All right, I've had enough. Let's put the lights back on.
But even just going from the one LED panel light, which was actually bigger and a little bit more high wattage than these ones, if I'm not mistaken, to these dual lights here, I'm noticing personally a huge improvement, a huge jump in quality right off the bat. Now I'll have to see these clips, of course, on the computer to really get an idea of exactly how much better one looks over the other. But right off the bat, even just looking at the camera screen right there, does look a lot better. So super stoked to be using these more.
All right, and I did want to do a side-by-side comparison of this Neewer lighting kit to both just room lighting and the one panel light that I had before, so here's that.
All right, so that's gonna about wrap up today's video. I did leave a link to this lighting kit in the description if you'd like to grab one for yourself. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, everybody.